Let's jump on to Aljamain Sterling versus Peter Yan, and kind of more so on Aljamain Sterling's side. So his title run so far has been the strangest, weirdest, and let's be honest, I think it's definitely the worst beginning to a UFC title run in the history of the promotion. So if you haven't caught up, this is what happened. Aljamain Sterling fought Peter Yan. Aljamain Sterling won by DQ when Peter Yan landed an illegal knee, which was clearly illegal. There's no question about that. A lot of people thought that Aljamain Sterling was playing up the injury that he got in the fight to win the belt. There's some disputing people on each side. Aljamain said that he didn't even know that it would be a DQ. He was just, thinking, oh, I'm never going to get a shot again. Wins the belt. Then after the fight, he poses with the belt, gets onto social media. He says that his friends wanted him to pose with the belt, so that's why he did it. But I think a lot of people didn't like that because of it looked like he was celebrating with something that they believed he didn't actually win legitimately. You can have your opinion on all that. Then he intimates or kind of says that Yan, because he cheated, shouldn't really get a title fight because he should be punished. But then he made a point to say that I'm not really saying this, I'm just saying logically that it shouldn't happen, but I will accept a fight with Peter Yan. But again, it rubbed people the wrong way. And then the latest is that he needs neck surgery, which he has said that this was always going to be the case.
Yeah.
But after everything that has happened, after all the things that I just laid out, it's not a good look, is it? It's not a good look. Some reports come out to say that he'll be out for about 9 months. They're coming out and saying that no, that's not the case. It'll be about August, October, which if it's October, it'll still be about 7 months before he competes again. So it's a chunk of time. But Sean, I mean, no matter what you believe, it's got to be the worst start to a title reign ever. It's not good, is it?
There's a lot going on here. So Aljo has played this horribly. Peter Yan has played this horribly.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Everyone's kind of played this horribly, right? I don't think the point about him playing up to the injury is a point worth making, to be honest, because it's irrelevant. The knee was intentional from Peter Yan. It's a DQ. The issue is the belt should have been made vacant. The rules are wrong in this case, I think. The belt should have been vacant in a situation like that because it's not fair.
I think so too.
It's not fair on Sterling to have the belt shoved upon him in a way, like in that sort of way, because then he gets stuck in these situations where he starts mouthing off about, celebrate with the belt or whatever. You're with your mates. You're going to do stupid shit when you're with your mates. So whatever. The point's about not deserving a rematch. That stinks. Sterling was getting poked around by the time the fight got DQ'd. That really stinks. And I
get his point. I don't agree with it. I get what he meant by it. I get logically he cheated. He shouldn't be rewarded in a way. I get that in some ways, but his punishment was losing the belt.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah. That's it. I get the point, but his punishment was losing the belt. So,
but then don't say that. I don't think you should say that. I think at the end of the day, whatever you do after this, the rest of it, you started really badly. I agree with that. That him getting the belt is probably the worst thing that could have happened. He's going to get pay-per-view points, so that's good. The money thing is good, but him actually getting the belt is probably the worst thing because he's starting in this position that is just, what can you do to defend yourself? The fans are going to turn against you anyway, no matter who you are. So then everything you do after that, it's just going to compound upon each other thing and it's going to look really bad. And now the surgery thing, as you said, all these things are probably all true. They're probably, the surgery is probably going to happen. I don't doubt that I don't think he's lying about the surgery. It's just everything that has happened.
He did surgery for a long time as well. Yeah. It's said, so I don't have an issue with that. I think you're right though. It's just that all of these things, one after another, it's not a good look.
Yeah, I tweeted this a couple of times because it just reminds me of it. There was a fight, you probably remember it, John. I can't remember if you watched it, but it was John Jones versus Lyoto Machida for the title. Jones choked out Lyoto Machida and it was a fairly vicious choke. It was a standing guillotine and then Machida just dropped like a sack of bricks to the floor and Jones walked away. Greg Jackson, Jones's coach, comes into the cage and you can hear him on the audio and he's like, John, go get some fans, help Machida up. And this is the opposite. This is Aljamain Sterling doing the complete opposite thing, trying not to get fans. He's like everything that you are doing right now, you're pushing fans away. And maybe that'll be a good thing in the end. He'll go in there as the villain and maybe people will tune in for that. Floyd Mayweather made a career off it. But every step he's taken so far has been the wrong step in terms of PR and publicity.